Bruno Fernandes was among the players to send a congratulatory message to Magic Juan Mata after the former Manchester United star scored his first goal for Western Sydney Wanderers. Mata, 36, spent 7.5 years at Old Trafford after quitting Chelsea. The veteran attacking midfielder would go on to make 285 appearances in total before moving on to pastures new in the summer of 2022. Since departing United, Mata represented Galatasaray before a challenging spell in Japan with Vissel Kobe, where he featured just once. But the Spaniard has played far more regularly since moving to Australia to join the Westies. Mata opened his account in the A-League in Western Sydney Wanderers' 3-2 defeat to MacArthur on New Year's Day, and Fernandes was quick to pay tribute on social media. Commenting on a clip of the goal, which was shared by the official A-League's Instagram account, Fernandes said of his former teammate, "The year changes, but magic never disappears," Juan Mata Garcia, alongside a love heart eyes emoji. He wasn't the only one of Mata's former Manchester United teammates to comment. David de Gea, who left United at the same time as Mata, also chimed in, saying the left foot with the eyes emoji. While Mata has found a new lease of life in Australia, it's been a difficult campaign for Fernandes and Manchester United, who have lost their last 3 games. The Red Devils have underperformed in the Premier League all season and currently find themselves in 14th place, despite axing Erik Ten Hag and replacing him with Ruben Amorim. Fernandes has been called out by some for a lack of discipline after being shown 3 red cards this season, although one was later overturned on appeal. But the influential Portugal midfielder did miss out on Monday's 2-0 defeat to Newcastle after being sent off for 2 yellow cards in United's previous outing against Wolves. The 30-year-old is expected to return to the team on Sunday when United travel to their arch-rivals, Liverpool, in the hope of inflicting a surprise defeat on Arne Slot's side, who have been beaten just once in the Premier League all season. Former Manchester United midfielder Hannibal Mejbri has been told that he let his team down after receiving a red card for Burnley. Hannibal, 21, was sent off for a stamp on Stoke's Junior Chamadeo late in the 2 teams' 0-0 draw in the Championship. The ex-United star will now serve a 3-match ban for violent conduct, having only been on the pitch for 18 minutes. A win would have taken Burnley to within a point of league leaders' Leeds, but Scott Parker's side were unable to find a goal in front of the baying home crowd at Turf Moor. Claret's boss Parker took aim at the Tunisia international, who joined Burnley from United in August for £9 million. "He's let us down today," Parker admitted post-match. "He's let the team down. He's let myself down. He's let the staff down. He understands that. He's devastated. But I will deal with him and deal with that situation. But he's a young player still in development. He's a player that is always on the line, and I would never want to take that out of him because that makes him the player he is. But today he's stepped over that line and we will deal with it, show where he's gone wrong, and I will help him through that." Hannibal's temperament has been questioned throughout his young career, having been signed by United from Monaco in 2019. The 21-year-old was named as being part of a training ground bust-up with United teammate Alex Telles in 2022, forcing interim boss Ralf Rangnick to end a session early. Hannibal's last competitive appearance for United came during an FA Cup tie at Wigan in January 2024. He was then loaned out to relegation-threatened Sevilla, where he failed to establish himself as a regular, receiving 2 yellow cards in his 6 appearances, 5 of which came from the bench. Parker was full of praise of Hannibal's display in Burnley's recent 2-1 win at home to Watford, saying, "I thought Hannibal did exceptionally well. We decided to play him in a different position, and he brought real energy and discipline to his performance. I thought he was superb coming in off the sides of the pitch. It's probably not his natural position, but he was a driving force for us, so full credit to him. I've said it many times, it can sometimes be very difficult for a player when you're not having minutes, but it's about being ready when the opportunity comes, and Hannibal was every bit of that." Joshua Zirkzee is ready to fight for his place at Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, despite being hauled off after 33 minutes against Newcastle. The £36 million signing was said to be in tears after being substituted in his side's defeat, and was linked with a move away from the club this month. After scoring on his Premier League debut against Fulham, the Dutch forward has failed to kick on and netted just 4 goals in all. The 23-year-old has already been offered an escape route from Old Trafford to reunite with a familiar face. The Serie A side are interested in signing XERY on loan for the remainder of the season to link up with his former Bologna coach Thiago Motta. United may yet insist that any deal would have to include an obligation to buy the ex-Bayern Munich ace. Juventus could also see competition from Italian rivals Napoli. Both clubs were beaten to XERY's signature in the summer by United. Despite the Italian giants both preparing themselves to pounce, Mail Online report that the forward is aware of the interest, but focused on United. XERY is said to have no desire to leave and wants to aid the Red Devils rise up the Premier League. United currently sit 14th in the division with just 2 wins from 8 matches since Amorim's arrival. Following the ignominy of a first-half substitution earlier this week, XERY may have significant work to do to turn his own reputation around in England. Nevertheless, United's head coach appears to retain some faith in his charge. Amorim explained his brutal decision following the game and praised XERY's training ground efforts. I talked with Josh about that, because it's important to express the message, but I'm always thinking about the team, and in that moment, it was important for the team for Josh to go out, he said. You have to think about the team, and also sometimes about the player, because the player is suffering. I was there a few years ago, and I know that he wants it, because I saw it during the week, and that's the most important thing. I felt that the team was suffering another midfielder to have more ball, and then we start to have more ball with Kobbie Mainoo, Amorim added. It was really tough on me to do that substitution. Manchester United have entered 2025 in the doldrums following 4 straight defeats that have shown Ruben Amorim just what he's signed himself up for. Amorim has won just 4 of his first 11 games in charge of United, who have failed to score in their last 3 matches to make the derby win over Manchester City feel like a fever dream. The 39-year-old manager admitted that, in an ideal world, he would have liked to take the job in the summer, when he would have a transfer window and a pre-season to shape his squad. That wasn't to be, with United making it clear it was now or never, and he is now trying to turn things around with matches coming thick and fast. The past few weeks have made it plainly obvious that some of the players he inherited from Erik ten Hag simply aren't up to the standard required. Amorim is keen to offload some unwanted players in the January transfer window, starting with Marcus Rashford, but he would also love to bring in some new faces. That may be difficult, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe on a cost-cutting exercise and profit and sustainability rules biting, but United fans can dream. One of the most obvious issues for Amorim so far has come on the left side of defence, where both Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia have been unable to stay fit to play in his chosen 3-4-3 formation. That has left the right-footed Diogo Dalot to play on the wrong side, creating an imbalance in the team. Signing a left-footed player who has the engine to get up and down the pitch and contribute in both attack and defence is a priority for Amorim. Alphonso Davies is out of contract with Bayern Munich in June and has been attracting lots of transfer interest, with United and Real Madrid among the potential suitors. His agent, Nick Huose, has been shopping Davies around to try and drum up interest in the 24-year-old, who would be an ideal fit for United's system. Needless to say, it would be difficult for 14th-placed United to land such a high-caliber player, especially when Real Madrid are the other option, but they can dream. Especially since Real's #1 target is a certain Trent Alexander-Arnold, rather than the Canada international. The 2-0 defeat by Newcastle removed any doubt that the careers of Christian Eriksen and Casemiro at United are over. Amorim needs more energy in midfield to partner Kobbie Mainoo, and he only had to look at the other side at Old Trafford to see the kind of player he requires. Bruno Guimaraes was outstanding against United, and Newcastle's own struggles with PSR rules could offer a glimmer of hope. The days when teams don't sell big players are gone, Eddie Howe admitted in December. I think our revenue streams aren't where we want them to be. We're still trying to grow them, so I think that trading in and out is going to be essential. Hopefully it's not going to be players that we're forced to sell, but you can't guarantee anything. It would need to be a huge offer, £100 million plus. Barcelona's financial issues could offer another solution for United. Dani Olmo is stuck in limbo at the Catalan giants and clubs are circling. He joined Barca from RB Leipzig for £51 million in the summer, but is currently not registered for the second half of the season due to the club's nightmare situation. A Catalan court has blocked Barca's appeal against La Liga's decision to reject Olmo's registration, meaning he is currently a free agent. Olmo would be an ideal player to partner Bruno Fernandes in the twin number 10 role, given his creativity, goal-scoring nous and athletic ability. United have failed to score in their last 3 games and, with Rashford being frozen out, it's clear they need reinforcements up front. Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee are young and inconsistent and are better suited to backup roles, although Zirkzee jeered when substituted in the first half against Newcastle could even depart, with Juventus keen to take him back to Serie A immediately. Enter Victor Gyökeres, Amorim's goal machine at Sporting Lisbon. The Swede has banged in 27 goals in 27 games this season for Sporting and has 70 in 77 altogether for the Portuguese Giants. He is strong, fast, can run in behind or hold up the ball and is deadly in front of goal. Needless to say, he won't come cheap, but if anyone can tempt Gyökeres to leave, then it is surely the manager who he thrived under before. He just needs to persuade Ratcliffe to loosen the purse strings first.